What's going on, guys? Peety here. Today we're going to be talking about, is the farm worth it to level it up to level 5 immediately, or should you leave them at level 1, and when it will be worth it and when it won't be worth it. So you can see the stats here. I managed to pull the exact amount that it costs to level up each to get the farm to each stage, what it costs, and then what it gets you as far as resources go, how many per hour. So you can see level 1, this one isn't going to be included in like the math because the 250 cash and 200 iron is nothing to get you 1,000 an hour versus 0. So that's just going to be kind of granted in there, and everybody should get to at least level 1 no matter what you are. Just put the farm down and have it start harvesting in that 1,000 an hour. What we're going to be talking about is if it's worth it to take it from 1 to 5. So if you could see, it'll take exactly 4.3 hours to get the cash back invested. So if you were to get one farm to level 5, it's going to cost you around 4,000 cash, 3,000 cash. It'll take you 4.3 hours to earn that back by getting those up to level 5. So that's really not too bad. A field's about 4 days. You almost double the amount of fortune you get back. So that's really pretty good. But there are going to be times when it's not worth it. So we'll go into that right now. So it has to do with being an airman, or being tanker, or being cannoneer. So if you are airman, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to absolutely rush your farms to level 5. So whenever you first start up, you're gonna have a minimal amount of cash, minimal amount of iron, minimal amount of rubber, and then oil. And once we start getting into these, you'll see rubber and oil are really expensive to level up, and then iron is as well. So you only have a limited amount of money you can spend, and you really need to be playing it by ear on how you spend it. So with airmen, as soon as you touch ground and you get your first farm, start leveling that bad boy up as fast as you can. The reason why is because either you're going to go Avros or you're going to go Strats. Avros, you need to get your city up to level 10, which costs 50k at level 8, 100k at level 9, and 200k at level 10. Now, you're either going to go those Avros or you're going to go to Strats, or Mitsubishis for that matter. And for that, you're going to need about 200k as well to level up your league city. That's 10k and then 50k and then 100k. So 160k to get to level 3 LC. So, and then the bombers themselves, they cost a lot of cash to get up. So, yeah, you're going to want to get these up as quick as you can and start getting that cash flow coming in. Just drop as much as you can. You're going to be spending a lot of iron on them, but it's going to pay off in the long run. So moving on to tanker now. Depending on what you're doing with tanker, typically you're going to be going into tiger tanks. So I'm just going to assume that that's what you're doing. With tiger tanks, you're not going to want to level these up. I mean, if you're sitting on a little bit of extra iron, you could take them to maybe like level 2 or 3. As you see, you get a better bonus for how much iron you're putting in. Iron's the big component here for tanker because tigers are very expensive on iron and on rubber. So you got to look at iron because iron also is used very heavily to upgrade your rubber factories. So you need to save as much iron as you can to be able to build tigers when you get level 8, as well as fund your rubber so you can have rubber for your tigers too. So keep that in mind. And like I said here, if I was running tigers, I would not really touch the farms. I would just be trying to level up my rubber and my iron. That way I could just keep producing these things. Level 1 farm is not bad stats to be able to fund this. It's not really that big of a deal. And then once you get a few tigers out and you start getting some extra cash from capturing more and more farms, then you can look at leveling these things up. And finally, we have, excuse me. Finally, we have Cannoneer. So with Cannoneer, you're going to be going either Howitzers or M40s. With M40s, you're going to just need a League City level 2, which only costs 60k. And then the M40s themselves, you need a 1600 cash, 760 steel, and then 400 rubber per one. So the most expensive thing there is rubber. That rubber's not easy to come by, because you see here the farms, they're 1,000 per hour just starting out. Rubber's 100 per hour. And it costs a lot more iron to upgrade the rubber than it does to upgrade the farms. So with Cannoneer, I would say the exact same advice for Tanker. You're focusing on iron and rubber. Leave these farms at 1. Maybe go to 2 or 3 if you really want to, if you think you have the amount of money to handle it. But other than that, just stay where you're at, stay in the cut, and get enough iron, get enough rubber. That way you can build your army as quick as possible. All right, guys, that's it for me. Tune in next time. I'm going to be talking about the iron mines and what classes you should upgrade those and so on and so forth. So appreciate it. This has been Peety, and we'll see you guys next time. Peety out.